A no commentary version of this run can be found in the pinned comment in the comment section below. Hello everyone, and welcome to Resident Evil 2 Kendo's Cut, UnCut.
Resident Evil 2.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called Raccoon City. It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. The Raccoon City Police Department's Special Stars Unit immediately began investigation in the affair. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of STARS members Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments were far from finished.
Finally here.
That guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? Hello? Look, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? Just don't come any closer. Are you listening? Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down!
We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There! Buckle up.
Okay. What's going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went
Great.
insane.
The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job. Great, huh? Name's Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you. You okay?
Still in one piece.
Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
So Kendo's cut, UnCut, is essentially the Claire B scenario, or the other half of the scenario that you played in Kendo's cut, which would be Leon's A scenario. So now we get to kind of see what happened from Claire's perspective. And also, little interesting fact that the zombie in the cutscene that attacks Leon and Claire in the police car is actually a zombified version of Leon himself. So we find the cabin key in order to get through that door and progress. Just checking around for some items, just in case.
What's going on in this town?
Don't you worry, girlie. You'll be safe in here.
What are you doing? I thought you were one of them. I'm keeping a close eye.
But
I don't have a clue. Sorry about that, babe.
You'll be safe in
Don't
here.
you worry, girlie. I thought you were one of them. Hold on.
Something seems a little odd.
Sorry about that. What are you doing? I thought you were one of them. I'm keeping a close eye. I don't have a clue. Sorry about that, babe.
You'll be safe in
Don't
here.
you worry, girlie.
There appears to be multiple Kendos.
Keeping a close eye on things. Sorry about that. What are you doing? I thought you were one of them. I'm keeping a close eye on things. I don't have a clue. Sorry about that, babe.
You'll be safe in
Don't
here.
you worry, girlie. I thought you were one of them. Hold on.
You'll be safe in here.
I'm keeping a close eye on things. Sorry about that. What are you doing? I thought you were one of them. I'm keeping a close eye on things. I don't. Sorry about that,
You'll be
baby.
safe in
Don't
here.
you worry, I don't really. I thought you were one of them. Hold on.
You'll be safe in
I'm
here.
keeping a close eye on things. Sorry about that. What are you doing?
Appears to be more Kendos.
I'm keeping a close eye on things. I don't have a clue. Sorry about that,
You'll
baby.
be safe in
Don't
here.
you worry. I don't. I thought.
And even more Kendos. A flying V tower of Kendos? Whatever you'd like to call them, it's quite a lot.
Hey, get over here! Hurry! I can't set her down. I'll drop you a rope ladder. Grab onto it. Come on, just a little more. Get off me! Stay back! Don't come any closer! Stay back!
And just like in the vanilla game, when we do a Claire B scenario, that is how the helicopter ends up crashing.
What was that? Ah!
Yeah, so Kendo shot our ponytail off. Just gotta roll with the punches, I guess. Seems to be some strange things going on. There's more handgun bullets on that body. Couple liquors in this hallway, so just walk it out and you'll be fine. And just taking a look at the file, and it appears to be just the same as the vanilla. So nothing changed there. Pick up some handgun bullets. Put the knife away for now. And realizing that this is a Claire B run, have to go to main hall first. Alright, grab the unicorn medallion. From the alcove on the balcony. And proceed down the ladder. Picking up the grenade launcher, just lying on the desk there. We don't have the key card yet, so we cannot unlock the electronic doors. But we can use the unicorn medallion. Which we get the lighter from the maiden statue. I decided to take a look outside to check to see if we got a secret camera angle, and then also to see if Brad is down under the stairs. We can potentially get the special key to get a different outfit and or an additional weapon, but it appears we did not, so never mind. No harm, no foul. Alright, the door's being locked. Looks like we're gonna head back upstairs. We have enough time to make it to the door, so running in that instance is fine. Let's make sure I have a gun equipped. Here I decided to combine these herbs and make a full heal. Having a heal on hand would be advantageous. There's no need not to have a heal, just in case. Pick up some more handgun bullets from the body there. The east office here has, depending on the camera angles, quite a number of blind spots. So I'm listening to see if the zombies are still walking. And then you'll see me turn and take advantage of the auto aim. Now I'm auto-aiming at the zombie that's on the floor, right at the bottom of the camera. So it's safe to assume that those other zombies were dead. Alright. Combination of the save, 2236. And just double checking. Decided not to pick that up. So it's tight on inventory space. As with the ink ribbon, decided to hold off on that. Just double checking spaces and the desks rather, for more items. Okay. So just using the grenade launcher to help mitigate the zombies right in front of the door as soon as you open it. And then switch to the handgun once I had some space to maneuver. And again, just using my auto aim to help me make sure that everything is dead. That zombie on the ground, now that it's crawling, it should be at 0 HP, so there's no need to worry about that. If if you exit and enter the room once again, the zombie will be dead. So there's no need to waste an extra bullet if you can potentially safely dodge around it. Which I did here. Thought I saw those handgun bullets on the desk. I'm just contemplating what I want to do next, since I have a full inventory. Need to make a little bit of space. So a quick trip to the item box. No need to carry multiple heals at the moment. Decided to drop the acid rounds. Since we have the valve handle, might as well see if we can extinguish the flames on the helicopter. Which we can now go outside. There's our ponytail on the ground. Right here, I was trying to see if I can pick it up. Doesn't look like I can, so mourn the loss of the ponytail and move on. Wanted to try one more time. We get some more acid rounds in the wreckage of the police helicopter. And I wanted to make absolutely sure. Looks like we found a friend. So I heard the heavy footsteps. Didn't get all of the first grenade round, but was able to hit him with some stun on the second one, and unload some handgun bullets into Mr. X here. At the moment I wanted to hold off on depleting all of the grenade rounds. Or rather, the acid rounds, excuse me. So a combination of some grenade rounds, some acid rounds, and some handgun bullets was able to down Mr. X. So at least we walked away with still having a good amount of ammunition. And now that the fire is extinguished, the liquors are gone out of that hallway. So put the valve handle in the item box for now. No longer need that at the moment. Use that later. We don't have much in there, so this seems alright for now. So dropping off the lighter. Now that the fire is extinguished, we have access to the art room. Just checking around for items. And there's the blue key card for the computer. Blue key card for the computer in the main hall to unlock those doors. So I'm just trying to be a little tactical about getting around this liquor. I was able to walk alongside it, just get an angle, and then run around right to the door.
What are you doing? I thought you were one of them. I'm keeping a close eye on it. I don't have.
Who are you?
Sorry about that.
Alright, and just as quickly as Kendos appear, Kendos disappear. Now we can use the blue card on the computer here on the main hall to unlock the doors. Give us access to the western part of the police station. If you're maneuverable enough, you can get around without killing that specific zombie. And Claire's lockpick, you can get a first aid spray in the drawer there. Go ahead and put that away because we already have a full heal on us. So trying to corral these guys away from the door. We're headed over there. Making a slow turn away into the desk, so I decided to make my move. decided to walk in this hallway just as an extra precaution in case the liquor was here. I did not hear the breathing, so we are safe to traverse. Turns out I had space for the green herb, so I decided to pick it up. Deciding how I'd want to take these guys out. Entering the operations room. When we go back into that hallway, we'll then put them in their starting position. So long as they're alive. That is to say, when you enter and you exit and re-enter a room, enemies will, regardless of wherever the position they were when you left the room, they will be in their starting positions once again. So you can use that to your advantage to reset enemies. Now, visually it looked like the shotgun, but it turned out to be the red jewel, so I was a little confused. That's why I didn't double take, but turned out we were okay. Now, it turned out their starting position was a bit rough, so I tried to get around this guy, but ended up getting grabbed, so we have some heals on us, which isn't the end of the world. And just checking my corners. Good thing we picked up that green herb. Got space for those, so we can bank those into the item box. Put those herbs away, store the red jewel, put the lighter away, so you won't need the lighter once again until later. Just seeing if anything's back here. Just checking that shelf for items. And there's no prompt on the lockers, so we will press on. And this puzzle is unchanged. It's the same as it is in vanilla Resident Evil 2. Just push the statues onto the pressure plates to release the red jewel from the hand of the statue. And I was just double checking to see if there were handgun bullets behind the statue. Depending on the version of Resident Evil 2, there are.
see you're still among the living. It looks like we're not gonna find your brother here after all. There's no reason for us to stay any longer than necessary. Let's split up, look for any survivors, and get out of here.
Right.
One last thing. Here's a radio. Take it. That way we can keep in touch if anything happens.
I noticed something floating just to my right-hand side. And just gonna check Wesker's desk 50 times in order to find the film. And just double checking to see if it's the picture that's in the vanilla game, or if it could be something different, potentially an Easter egg. So there's no loss in just checking it, because also the dark room is close by anyway, so you can always check it as well. So, what is this? The quantum bullets. It looks like ammunition for a quantum gun. Interesting. Okay. Diamond key. Just checking for items. A quantum gun. A cult single-action army with special properties. It's really powerful, especially against interdimensional things. Instantly intrigued.
No.
Well, what I'm assuming are interdimensional things. So I decided to use this newfound weapon. And I found a space behind Wesker's desk for safety. Just the standard mail to Chris. Nothing suspicious, nor out of the ordinary. Now I know that's the prompt on the desk itself, but I think that's a little bit of an understatement in this situation.
Leon, are you still there? Okay. I can't believe what is happening to this city. Leon, are you still there? Okay. I can't believe what is happening to this city.
And unfortunately, it looks like Leon is dead.
Help me!
So since there's a lot of enemies in this room, I decided against checking what's in the desk drawer adjacent to the entrance to the library. For the purposes of this gameplay, I am going to be avoiding the library, entering the library that is, until I am completely ready and to leave the police station once and for all. Reasoning behind that is, upon entering the library, you trigger the cutscene in which the zombies break through the windows, specifically in the western hallway. Got a little bit of a surprise there. Well, I'm out of bullets. And I'm seeing if I can possibly defeat the enemy with regular ammunition. I don't think I can. So I decided to loop it around the desk. Use the film. Turns out it's still just the same old creepy photo of Rebecca. Dropped off the red jewel. I decided to hold on to the quantum gun in case I get more ammunition. But going back to the previous point, I am holding off on entering the library until I am ready to leave the precinct, because it will trigger a cutscene in which the zombies will break through the windows in the western hallway and the eastern hallway that leads to the basement. So, since we don't know how much ammunition that we're going to need or going to have, we decided to not trigger that cutscene and not have all these extra enemies and not have the ammunition and or potentially have the health to circumvent them. So we found some bow guns, bullets in the evidence room, as well as the plastique. Some more handgun bullets. Found the C4, the plastique, so now we're just looking for the detonator. Found some more quantum bullets in Marvin's office. Here's some shuffling now. And I'm trapped, so used enough bullets just to stun that interdimensional Kendo, just so I could get around and I guess in the interest of saving bullets, I decided just to leave the room. Save for a shortcut back to the save room / dark room. There's really no need to ever go back into that room. So I'm putting away the plastic bomb, or the C4, the plastique, because I wanted to go back and pick up the handgun bolts at some point as well. So, but in this go around, because I have the diamond key, I wanted to check out what's in the records room here. And we freed up an inventory space with using the diamond key there. Searching for items. Did grab the ink ribbon for now. There's the spade key. Just trying to check for handgun bullets, even though I didn't see them. There's something wrong going on in this building? You could say that. So since I heard Kendo screams, I decided to switch to the quantum gun. But apparently there's just dead Kendos. So I'm switching back to the handgun. So making my way back around to the area outside the save room and just going back for those bowgun bolts. One thing, if this is your first mod or if you've played a number of mods, that there is oftentimes potential harder boss fights, potentially more dangerous enemies. Enemies may have more health or may be more resistant to your bullets or your ammunition, or maybe more boss fights or something along those lines. So potentially stocking up and having more ammunition is never a bad thing. Better to have it, not need it, than to need it, not have it. And I'm just taking a look at rooms I have not been in and where I can go. Again, we're going to take a little bit of a wide route because we want to avoid the library. Got a little fancy with my footwork. Was able to dodge out of the way of that zombie. But if you don't feel comfortable, by all means, feel free to take that zombie out. Do as I say, not as I do. I had an inclination of going to check the door that leads on its way to the basement. But I wanted to double check to see if there is a slightly different item than what I was thinking that is in the art room. Now remember, we have a liquor in there, so we have to be very careful how we navigate this room. So remember, liquors are blind and they sense where you are by sound. So because I aggroed the liquor, I'm going to exit the room and re-enter, and the liquor will now be de-aggroed and in its original starting position. When it's low to the ground like this, it's in its kind of hunting, searching, sensing mode. But when it pounces, or not quite pounces, or gets on its hind legs, like it did right there, it's about ready to attack. So if it ends up kind of half standing up on all of its legs, stop moving, and it will eventually de-aggro. So I need to make it to the statue on the, or the bust rather, on the right hand side. So it heard me, stop moving, stop moving. Let it go further away, it heard me again. Let it move further away. Now I can walk because I created some space. Alright, we have half the blue stone. So just as in Leon's campaign, where we need 4 plugs to open a door, in this instance we get 4 stones. 2 of them are whole and then 2 of them are in half, so it's still 4 items that we need to find. So we have the first of 4 stones. And 3 more to go. Now I'm surmising that I still need to go potentially down to the basement, and or the rooms that are around the east office. Kendo on the outside of the fence there. Okay, so we got rid of that key. We cleared that up. Now I wanted to check the rooms around this corridor. Knowing that I'll most likely need the club key in order to get to the press room.
What are you doing?
Go get it!
Kendo breaking through the wall like a Kool-Aid man. Kendo being a bro, chasing away Mr. X. Much appreciated. So the interrogation room is unlocked. And there is the second of 4 stones that we need. The Eagle Stone. Were you waiting for the jump scare? We see a liquor in here, so knowing we have to walk. So pick up some more handgun bullets. I venture further into the room, trying to recall if there is any additional items in here. It's a tight space, so he's aggroed. Wait for him to lie down. He ends up sensing me, so just double checking. Turns out there's really nothing in here. So we ended up getting hit twice. I took the red herb there, knowing that there was an additional green herb at the, I want to say, top of the outer staircase leading to the second floor. Knowing that going to the basement's pretty much my only option at this point, that's where we're going to be headed. And sure enough, the green herb were still there. Make a full heal. I'm going to bank that full heal. I decided just to use a singular green herb to get me back to appropriate health. Now we have 2 pieces, or rather 2 stones out of 4. And then deciding what my loadout wants, what I want to keep in my inventory as I venture into the basement. Just taking a look at everything. I'm gonna go ahead and heal. And decide to roll with the handgun bullets. A heal as well as the quantum bullets and the quantum gun. Here, dogs. With the handgun, each handgun bullet causes hit stun, so it makes it a little easier to manage 1, 2, or 3 dogs potentially. Checking around the corner. So the club key, and I see some acid rounds. Decide to pick them up now. Listening. I don't hear any enemies, but still using auto-aim to help us around corners. Again, using auto-aim just to check. So, autopsy room's locked with the club. The outer hallway is locked, or rather locked with the heart key. So go in the power room. See green herb. I'll traditionally leave the green herbs in that location until later, when there's potentially difficult enemies coming up. And this puzzle's pretty straightforward. You just hit up, up, down, down, up. Flame rounds. Don't mind if I do. I don't have the key card, so hold off on that room for now.
Sorry about that. I thought you were another zombie.
My name's Claire. What's yours?
Ada Wong.
What happened?
I'm looking for some guy named Ben. He's one of those reporter types, always looking for a scoop. I heard he was locked up in the cell block, only there's a wrecked car barring the entrance. I've been trying to find another way inside. If we work together, we can move this thing. Give me a hand here, will you?
So this is a cool little cutscene. It's with Leon dying earlier than what happens with this cutscene. But it's really cool how the creator was able to stitch together this cutscene and have Ada and Claire basically move the SWAT van in order to gain access to the cells and make the dialogue work.
Wait!
To be fair, if I saw all those kendos running my way, I'd run in the opposite direction as well. So there's the bow gun. Contemplating because I don't have much space now that I picked up those acid and those flame rounds. Suddenly interdimensional kendos. So there is the detonator, so definitely need to grab that for sure. So I decide to get a little fancy here and see if I can lure Kendo around. in order to save on some quantum ammunition. So I didn't get so lucky, ended up jumping forward and grabbing my foot. So at the cost of a little bit of damage, we got rid of that zombie. So I got caught up in between the camera change, which I would have been fine had I just stayed with my back to the door. Almost got caught in between shots there. So we see the crank is there, but we are out of inventory space. So the plan is to circle back to an item box, make some space, and come back for the crank, which we absolutely need for a stone object, as well as I'd like to pick up the bow gun. Again, having as many options as possible never hurts. Still locked. Still locked. Still locked. I was double checking those doors in Kendo's Cut, the prequel to this. The spade key doors ended up unlocking after a different trigger, so I decided just to double check those. Obtuse trigger hunting in different games can be an interesting adventure, trying to figure out what things change, what things disappear, what happens when certain events occur is a very interesting endeavor to take on. So combining the acid rounds into the grenade launcher that we already have, dumping those flame rounds, picking up the C4, combining that with the detonator. So knowing that I want to pick up the bow gun as well as the crank that we need for sure, we need at least 2 spaces open. I went and held off on using the explosive for now, because I can always grab it from that item box and use it right there. So I wanted to go ahead and retrieve those items from the basement as soon as possible. just to put a bookend on those couple rooms. So just seeing if I can get a little bit of space. Potentially dodge around this guy. And got lucky by hitting the trigger for the door before that zombie got us. And picked up the square crank. Just double checking this room, make sure I didn't miss anything. Was able to get around that enemy. And realizing that I kind of don't have anywhere else to go, I decide to now use the C4 explosive to open up the door to Chief Iron's office. See if I could potentially get a key to open another door. So put the bowgun away. I don't need the crank right now. I was deciding whether I want to, after using the C4, put the item, one of the stones, in to the picture frame. But I decided against it on the grounds of kind of keeping myself organized, so knowing that I have 2 of the 4 stones, I know I still need to get the other 2 stones. So that's just a pure organizational thing on my behalf.
Leon, you made it!
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were another one of those zombies.
Are you Chief Irons?
Yes, that's me. And just who are you? No, don't bother telling me. It makes no difference. You'll end up just like all the others. That's the mayor's daughter. I was told to look after her, but I failed miserably. Just look at her. She was a true beauty. Her skin nothing short of perfection.
Yeah.
But it will soon putrefy and she will turn into a zombie within the hour like all the others.
There must be some way to stop it.
In a manner of speaking, there is. Either by putting a bullet through her brain, or by decapitating her completely. And to think that taxidermy used to be my hobby. But no longer. Please. I'd really like to be alone now.
So, sexy Leon on the chief's desk there.
Wait. Let me go! Easy, easy there. I'm not a zombie. You're safe now. My name's Claire. What's yours?
Sherry.
Do you know where your parents are?
They both work at the Umbrella Chemical Plant, near the city limits.
The chemical plant? Then, what are you doing here?
My mom called and told me to go to the police station because it was too dangerous to stay at home.
From the look of things, I'd say she was probably right. But it's dangerous here as well. You'd better come with me.
But there's something out there. I don't know what it is, but I saw it. Much larger than any of those zombies. And it's coming after me.
What was that?
That's what I was telling you about. It's here.
Sherry, wait!
So Sherry went ahead and ran off, but we heard some weird noises. Get some handgun bullets. This turns out to be just a regular file that we find in the vanilla game. So just like in regular vanilla Resident Evil 2, we encounter Mr. X there.
Chief?
Realizing that I have the heart key, really the only other place to go is the basement. And that's the same diary. Comment down below, is that the same photo that's in classic Resident Evil 2, the regular game? I can't remember. I thought the stand that the stuffed raccoon, or taxidermied raccoon, was an object. So I went back just to double check, and it was not. And no time for interdimensional Kendos right there. So I was grabbing a green herb to heal. And was just trying to see if whatever they were munching on was still on the ground. It doesn't appear so. So decided to move on. So with the heart key now, we're going to make our way down to the basement and around a corner to The door that leads to the outer portion of the police station. Again, walk slowly, just I was listening for sounds in case there are enemies. Got some doggos. Trying to use the auto aim to help us out around the blind corners. So because of the angles that they jumped out at. Again, just trying to have them all on one side of me. Using the auto aim to help me make sure that these guys are dead. Check for items in the save room, and also be able to trigger the next cutscene.
Sherry, I've been looking everywhere for you. I was so worried. We've got to go now, honey, okay? If we stay here, that monster will find us. Let's go.
Who are you? What are you doing here? I'm keeping a close eye on things.
What are you trying to say?
I'm with Sherry. I GTFO out of there for sure. So Sherry's got pretty slow run speed, even at full health. Gotta have to be careful. So just checking the side that Leon and Ada come from. Got some grenade rounds. Can't get back through that door, suddenly transported. Apparently we prestiged out of there. So instead of regular crates, we have giant kendo heads that happen to scream when you step on top of them. Trying to push that one just enough where I can kind of go in between the gap, but it's hard to tell the actual dimensions of the object, as creepy as they are. Use a switch to raise the water on a Kendo head bridge.
How cute. All right, I'm going.
That was another brilliantly done, stitched together cutscene right there. Ada also was like, nope, I'm out as well. And let's see if we can give the items to Claire.
Claire! Are you there?
Sucker. Sherry, are you okay? Did you find your dad?
Yes, I'm okay. But I couldn't find him. But I did find something else for you. Here! Here's another.
Thanks, sweetie. Now, why don't you come over here? I want you to stay with me.
Claire! I can't reach the ventilation hole anymore. But don't worry, I'll find another way. I can take care of myself.
Wait, Sherry, come back! Sherry! Sherry!
So this cutscene was slightly different. It was just a hair longer because we had 2 items to give to Claire rather than just the club key. He's unconscious. We were having a nice casual conversation. He asked me to give him my bowgun. No one messes with the red fields. Claire's not taking any guff, especially from Kendo. So I'm gonna put those grenade rounds away. And we have 3 doors to use the club key on. First of which, the autopsy room. So, aggroed the liquor, so I needed to exit and re-enter the room to reset their position. Trying to see which direction it goes. Now I wanted to go ahead and exit out of here. And let's go ahead and grab the grenade launcher to give myself a fighting chance in that room. Because the handgun is not going to cut it. Now I'm trying to remember what type of rounds work the best on liquors. I know that acid rounds are good on super liquors, so I decided to use the regular grenade rounds in this instance. Just making sure that it was equipped. And on the first shot of the second liquor, for some reason I just didn't get any hit stun, but we still got out of there. Here's the red card. Knowing that I'm going to need some space in my inventory. Free up one slot by using the key card. So some handgun bullets. See some acid rounds right there. We have some more handgun bullets.
Hang in there. Are you the only officer left in the building?
Who are you? Oh, you must be the new guy. Chris.
Claire Redfield. I'm looking for my brother Chris.
We lost contact with him over 10 days ago. Chris, Jill Barry. Every last STARS team member has disappeared. We should have listened to them.
What happened?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving these zombie-like creatures in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything, at the risk of their own lives. But no one believed them.
Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms.
The true beauty. Ah!
Here, take this. Now go.
But...
Just go.
Okay. Just hang in there. I'll be back soon.
So a really cool way to find a hidden Marvin in a locker, and then also to be able to put that cutscene together with the dialogue and all the other animations. Didn't know if Marvin came back alive. I shouldn't bother him. So no submachine gun, but we did get the side pack, so still better than nothing. Alright, still 2 more rooms to use the club key on, of which one right here, the night watchman's room. Some more quantum bullets. Realizing that I had some space, I went ahead and picked up that herb as we're winding down with the rooms and our time in the precinct. Knowing we have to use the club key on the press room, I did forget that I needed the lighter for the press room, so I end up having to go back to pick it up. And right now is when I realize that I do not have the lighter. So trying to figure out which way do I want to go to get to an item box, and realizing that one is right here on the first floor. And suddenly interdimensional kendos. So stash the green herb, pocket the acid rounds, don't need those at the moment. Gotta hold off on the grenade launcher. Trying to plot our next course. Definitely need the lighter. Now I'm thinking to myself, I need the crank for the next section. I need at least one space free for the cogged wheel, which I have for sure. And I brought the grenade launcher just in case there's extra tough enemies that I may not be expecting. For a moment I thought about changing out the type of rounds that were in the grenade launcher. Seeing as how I only had 2 regular grenade rounds. And more flame and more acid. So the solution is the same as it is in vanilla regular game middle, the far right, and then the far left. So here we pick up the cogwheel.
Get that scum.
No!
Ooh. Sorry about that, babe.
Wait!
So it appears that Ben was taken out and Mr. X was taken out. Lots of things going on, lots of weirdness going on. Alright, got the cogwheel, and then have the crank. So really, we just need to get up to the 3rd floor via the library. So just trying to account for space. I'm going to end up using the crank and using the cogwheel. Going to free those 2 spaces up. But here, I decided to drop off the lighter, because I obviously don't need it. Here I decided to swap out the ammunition that's in the grenade launcher. And it was a little hard for me to see where I was because of the position of the zombie in that room, so I ended up going in and out. Not the biggest of deals. And I think I'm comfortable with this loadout. Again, it was a little hard for me to figure out which direction I was facing. So now that we are basically finished with the precinct, we can now get out of here. And bear in mind again that there's a liquor at the top of the ladder here. You can use a grenade launcher round on that, but I decided to just kind of go around it. And as predicted, upon entering the library, now that the zombies have broken through those windows, those 2 hallways are now teeming with additional enemies. But since we avoided the library and left this till last, we never have to traverse those 2 areas and can subsequently forgo those and never have to encounter them, thus saving potential ammunition as well as health. So the solution to that is the same as it is in regular vanilla RE2. The very far left bookshelf, you move to the right, and the one adjacent, you move to the right as well. So picked up the third of the 4th stones, and then making our way to the 3rd floor clock tower to get the 4th and final stone that we need. Go ahead and put the cog in, push the button to open the gate.
Hello. Was it you who rang the bell of awakening?
Are you okay?
Pick up the blue stone. Will you go back to the waiting room? So this right here, from a surprised Kendo, is a nice little cool quality of life change. I initially said no because I wanted to double check what is in the desk drawer in the hall adjacent to the library. So that's a nice little piece. It'll essentially just warp us back to the waiting room, which is just outside of the helicopter crashed hallway, which leads to Chief Iron's office. So that's actually a really nice little quality of life change. So it turns out this was more handgun bullets, so not a big deal. But in the interest of curiosity, I wanted to see if Kendo would teleport us to the waiting room. I mean, how could we not?
Very well. Now, be still.
So some really bizarre Kendo esophagus shoot kind of way, but we ended up getting there. So we have all 4 pieces, combine the 2 halves into one, so we have the 3 large stones, so we're good to go. Now I'm just looking at my loadout. Decided to bring the bow gun. But at the moment, I wanted to make a safety save. So we have a slight jump cut, as you saw. We ended up dying in a later portion, which we will see. So, good thing to have safety saves.
Claire!
Sherry, you're okay.
I'm glad to see you're safe, Claire.
So we'll go ahead and put the 3 stones in. Which will give us access to a secret elevator.
Claire!
I'm going down there. Stay here and wait for me, okay?
And on to Chief Iron's secret taxidermy lair.
So you've made it this far. Not bad, girl. But I'm not letting anyone leave my town. Everyone's gonna die.
Calm down, Chief. What happened?
Shut up! You couldn't possibly understand what's happened. Those monsters from Umbrella have destroyed my beautiful town. How could they do that to me after everything I've done for them?
So it's true. You have been working with Umbrella. Then you must know about the G-Virus. What is it? Tell me!
If you must know, it's the agent that can turn humans into the ultimate bioweapons. Superior to the T-Virus in every way. Dr. William Birkin is the genius behind the project.
William Birkin?
I'm sure you've already seen his little girl running around here somewhere. Sherry, isn't it? In case you haven't already figured it out. The monster that's been tearing my precinct apart is yet another product of the G-Virus. An ultimate bioweapon. Umbrella must be trying to cover its tracks. But if I have to go, I'm going to take you with me. What the? The true beauty.
Well, looks like Leon is getting his revenge. I should leave them alone. Fair enough. So with the G embryo, just go ahead and using the bow gun here and firing the bolts into the G embryo. Once I see that the little babies are attached to me, just moving forward and backwards just to kind of have them jump off. If you leave them on too long, they can hurt you. But kind of shimmying them off ends up not having them hurt you, so. Not a big loss. Defeated G embryo and go back up the ladder. To go back to Sherry.
Claire,
man who developed the G-virus is actually her father.
What's wrong, Claire?
Run!
So I'm doing a little bit of a kind of weird sort of stutter step run. If Sherry gets too far away from you, she will then just sit in place and cower down, so you end up needing to have to go back and retrieve her. So doing this kind of like very sort of stutter stepped run movement ends up having her pretty much be able to keep up with you without having to go back for her. Alright, we're just going to go up the ladder on the other side.
Come on, let's get out of here.
I'm keeping a close eye on you.
Claire?
Things are getting weird.
What was that?
Where are you? Sherry! Claire! I'm here!
Sherry fades in and out of reality, but yet she still falls down the small duct in the sewer. I couldn't even tell you what kind of enemies these are. Alright, looks like we're picking up the manhole cover. And going through the vent here. I was trying my hardest not to get caught by the cockroaches, but still ended up doing it. Or rather, still getting caught by the cockroaches. Picking up the wolf metal to trigger the cutscene. That was certainly a rough landing, and doesn't seem like Sherry might be faring any better. Well, we come back as Claire, pick up these blue herbs, because the save room is right here. Can end up banking those blue herbs. Door is locked, so it doesn't appear like we can go anywhere else but down the lift.
What happened? You're bleeding. Just hang in there. No. Thanks for the help.
Don't you worry, girlie.
Now, just when we thought Kendo was going to betray us, he ends up saving us. So, it appears Ada is dead, and poor unfortunate Leon, with perfect skin. So just double checking the other side of this hallway and gaining access to the other save room. So banking those green herbs. So it looks like we can't go out that door. But it does appear that we can go down here, so we know we need at least the lighter. And perhaps the grenade launcher just to be safe. Alright, so we got a liquor in here, so we have to be very careful. Let's light the first lantern. Grab those quantum bullets. Checking our corners. Yeah, it turns out there's only one liquor in here, so we're okay. Apparently the hitbox for the oil lamp was very particular. A key to access the bridge chamber in the sewers. Okay. So it turns out we actually did need to come down here. And just double checking for other items in here. So don't need that, we could trade it out for the valve handle. Throw those acid rounds back in there. And we're going to head and make a safety save here. And you're likely to have seen a tiny jump cut, and that is correct, because we ended up dying once and then actually getting soft locked and having to reset the actual game, which I'm now appreciative that I made the safety save right here. I'll explain those in when we get to them, which is actually very, very soon. So to help you avoid dying and to help you avoid being soft locked. So now to get into the sewer proper. So double checking over here. Looks like we got some flame rounds. Turns out I'm just gonna go ahead and bank those. And put those flame rounds in the item box. Because we need some free space for items. Specifically, we need space for the eagle medal and the wolf medal. And you'll see why that is important in just a few moments. Making sure you have space. So I got caught by these zombies. I wasn't expecting them, so be careful.
Who are you? Oh, I see. Another spy sent by Umbrella, right? Let me guess. You're here to steal my husband's G-Virus, aren't you? You are tenacious, I'll give you that.
Husband? Then you must be Annette. Sherry's mother?
What?
Sherry's wandering around alone in the sewers. You have to help me find her.
That's impossible. I told her to go to the police station. What's she doing here? William will be after her.
William?
That's right. The creature that's been causing all this destruction is none other than my own husband.
This way.
It's sheer perfection. My precious G-Virus. No one will ever take you away from me.
There he is.
So you finally come.
Doctor, we're here to collect the G-Virus sample.
Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work.
Stop. You might hit the sample. That's it, all right. Okay, let's move out.
William. Oh my. Hold on, darling. I'm taking care of that bullet wound first. Stay here.
Alpha team, have you retrieved the sample yet?
Affirmative. We'll be at the rendezvous point in 1 minute.
Roger.
Are you telling me that he injected the G-Virus into his own body?
The G-Virus has the ability to revitalize cellular functions.
What was that? Something's wrong. Let's check it out. Over there. Shoot! Eat this, you freak! I'm stopping it! What is this thing? Hurry! What is this thing? Fire! Fire! Son of a...
So those rats were the carriers of the virus?
As a result of his virus-induced transmutation, William should have lost any prior memories he had as a human by now. I tried to save him, but I'm afraid it's already too late.
But...
And that's not even the entire story. Every G-Virus bioweapon, including William, has the ability to implant embryos into other life forms. That's why he's after Sherry.
What are you trying to say?
The bodies of individuals with non-related genetic coding are likely to reject the embryo, but since Sherry is his daughter, that possibility is non-existent. It's an inherent survival instinct.
It's Sherry! You go that way.
So use the valve handle to lower the bridge and then raise it once again. So grabbing these 2 green herbs. Grabbing some flame rounds.
The entire city was infested with zombies.
But, are you alright? What happened?
I ain't got no clue, darling. Hold on.
There must be some way to stop it.
So here we have to fight off some interdimensional Kendos. So it's very important that we have the ammunition for this. Remember to count your shots. It's faster to reload in the inventory screen than it is doing a manual reload, and auto aim is your friend here. So I got a little unlucky with a couple of these guys grabbing me. And I got really concerned that I was not going to make it. But once I heard the door unlock, I went straight for it. I ended up dying here, so just make sure that you are smart and be prepared and are on point. Count your shots.
Come on, wake up, Sherry.
And use auto aim. It's your best friend.
my stomach. It hurts.
Don't worry. You'll be fine. Come on. Let's go.
So make sure that you take the wolf medal for sure. Because you need it. It's a key item. Again, doing that little stutter run so that Sherry stays with me. And make sure you grab the Eagle Medal. Do not, under any circumstances, leave any of these two items behind, the Eagle Medal or the Wolf Medal, because if you leave either one of those items behind, you will not be able to get to either one of those rooms to get either one of them. So make sure you grab both. And I made sure before going up the ladder that I indeed had both in my inventory. Because once you go down this ladder, you cannot go back up the ladder because the fan is moving. And you cannot go into the alligator / boss fight long hallway because it will refuse to let you go in. So again, make sure that you grab both medals. And don't potentially get soft lock like I did. Saw some flame rounds, so pick those up. Turn on the power to the cable car. And just making sure I didn't miss anything on that shelf. Oh, looks like Leon's coming with us.
You're safe now. Sherry, are you okay?
What's wrong, Claire?
It's nothing. Sherry, wait! Okay. Sherry, did your mom give you something called G-Virus?
I really don't have anything.
Don't worry. You'll be fine. Let's go.
Okay.
You know, Sherry, I think something's a little off. Your voice sounds a little deeper. So you grab the weapons box locker key. So using auto aim to help us out. So again, got a little unlucky with that zombie there as it dove forward. Alright, nothing around the corner. Just double checking that zombie. First aid spray. I'll take it. Nothing around that corner. Checking around the corners. So the camera angle is a little weird on this screen, but auto aim is helping us out. I felt comfortable enough to move forward. We have one zombie to Claire's right. Seems that one is down for good. Nothing around that corner. There's also a green herb there. That was already a full heal, 3 green herbs. Nothing around that corner. But I may have left Sherry behind, because I forgot to stutter run. There we are. Come along, Sherry.
Sherry, wait here. I'm going to check it out by myself.
Okay, I'll wait here, but hurry back.
Her deeper voice is just so haunting. So we made it to the marshalling yards. Stashing that first aid spray. Putting away the flame rounds. Don't need the valve handle. I just decided for safety reasons, and there's no reason not to pick up the other green herb. We're stocking up for potential ammunition and heals for subsequent boss fights. So, again, doesn't hurt. It's reasonably close by. Pick up those quantum rounds, quantum bullets rather, some more acid rounds. So I got a nice stock of acid rounds for super liquors, potentially. Take that out. Take those flame rounds out just in case. We can put away the weapon box key. And we're gonna go ahead and make a safety save. Another small jump cut because I ended up dying. You'll see why in a few moments. So bring in another heal with us, so 2 full heals. There's another first aid spray, so brought that with us. But decide to pocket that there. And decided to ride with 2 full heals this time. Some more handgun bullets.
But
Elza Walker and Sherry? What in the world? Quantum Frontier. Okay. Black and white, and we're in Claire's Code Veronica clothing. Sounds like we have the Purge siren going on right now.
Hey, wait! Claire, you made it.
have you seen a girl around here?
Yeah, you just missed her. Who is she?
I don't know. But it's too dangerous for her to stay here alone. I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
Of course.
Alligator Steve Burnside.
Don't worry, Claire. Your knight in shining armor is here.
Steve?
See you around, Claire.
Wait!
Now we have a room from Resident Evil 3. And some really interesting music, which actually is kind of cool. It's actually dope. Alright, decided to drop off the flame rounds. It appears our enemy friend was stuck in the wall, but keep going. The 2 other doors in this hallway just loop you back to the door that you started at. So I ended up getting bit twice there because of the... Just got caught in between raising the gun. And whatever creature this is ended up goofing out and running into the door, so we got the jump on them. So the pharmacy area from RE3. And its subsequent storeroom.
Okay.
Steve, behind you!
It's all my fault.
Steve.
Alright, nothing else in this hallway. What was that thing? Alright, suddenly dressing room from RE1 with a zombie Brad and a zombie Wesker. And suddenly tea room from RE1 as well. Trying to go to the bar, to the F-shaped hallway, as well as the elevatored hallway, still leads you back to the room that you came in. And we got the quack shot. High voltage gun, it's really powerful, especially against interdimensional things. Alright, into the dining room from the Spencer mansion. What a mansion! Alright, what in the name of anything is going on with that? So whatever this is super tough. It has attacks reminiscent of the Birkin that you fight in the countdown elevator room. So it goes around the objects, in this case the table instead of the tanks, and can grab you and chew you up. So be very, very careful, because it can do a lot of damage very quick. But if you can get it in a position where you can trust your auto aim and keep shooting, and potentially get alongside it or behind it, or in an advantageous position, and just keep unloading into it until it's defeated.
Sucker. What was that?
So we've come back from Quantum, but suddenly we look different. We're blonde. And we somehow morphed into a combination of Claire and Elsa called Clerza. Quantum. Go figure.
No! Sherry!
Suddenly towers of Kendos fall. You're seeing that correctly. Clarza is flying via her ponytail. So it took me a moment to realize that I can actually move around and subsequently fight against these Kendos. So long as this doesn't get copyright struck, or muted, or if you can even hear the music, bonus points to the person who can figure out what song this is. So find a way to kind of move around and take out the Kendos as they come along. And again, count your shots. And then the quark shot is the only thing we have left, so we're going to use that. Alright, got through that section. Those are some hard landings.
Are you okay? I can't believe what is happening to this city.
So can't get back into the train car. These Kendos don't appear to have any items on them.
Sherry! You're okay.
Claire?
Oh, you're finally awake.
Isn't this...
That's okay. You keep it. I'm sure it'll keep you safe.
Thank you, Claire. Even though I'm an only child, neither of my parents ever spent much time with me. because of their work. I grew up alone, but now that you're with me, I finally have someone to rely upon.
Sherry. Rest here for a bit. I'll be right back, as soon as I found the antidote for you.
Sherry, I think something might be potentially up with you. Just thinking out loud. Alright, so herb, flame rounds, and some acid rounds. Putting away the quantum gun because I'm out of ammunition. Yeah, make a full heal, so we have that in our back pocket. Putting away the handgun and the handgun bullets. To activate the control panel. Doesn't appear we can use that anymore. So, and we will make another safety save here. Bring the bow gun. And we're gonna rock with this loadout. So we got whatever these Silent Hill looking creatures are. So we're going to check the blue path first. See if we can potentially power on the areas that don't have power. Take that first aid. Why not? Normally the fuse case is in here in vanilla RE2, but doesn't appear to be here, so guess we'll be looking in another location. So try the red area now. So it looks like we can go here. More bowgun bolts. Ammunition does not hurt to have. 69, nice. guest and the password is none, so those are the same. Ah, the key card. Excellent. Swap out the flame rounds and burn those plants so we can gain access to the other room. Alright, so we've got some super liquors in here, so we'll switch gears to the acid rounds. And we got a lovely critical hit, so only had to use one acid round on actually both, which was very, very nice. Bonus grenade rounds, don't mind if we do. Alright, so for now it seems that those two rooms are done. Okay, and we need to still find the fuse case to power up the main terminal in this hallway bridge. But we did have the key card, so we can open this door here. Vaccine cartridge. Let's try to see what else is in this room. So we're tight on space. Turn the light on. I'm gonna hold off on those handgun bullets for now. So it looks like we can end up using the vaccine cartridge. Throw it in there, turn on the VAM system controller. Now we have the base vaccine. So, with the blue hallway and the red hallway pretty much explored, we have to go another route. Not the red. You gotta go back to the white light area. There we go. not the blue light. Yep. There, I got it. I figured it out. So got grabbed there. It's gonna go make some inventory space. Swap out the fast. And since we need to get the fuse case first in order to power up those hallways and paths, we don't need to hold on to the base vaccine because we can't gain access to that room yet. So looks like we're gonna go over here. Alright, got some super liquors. Acid rounds, let's go. Here, another one. Was able to sneak by it. Green herb, why not? Thank goodness we don't have to push the box again. Alright, that file is the same. We have enough ink ribbons. So, not this lift. It's like we only place left to go is up here. Looks like there's something on the floor. There we go. Hey, the fuse case. Just what we were looking for. I forgot to go back for him.
Leon.
Annette! You murdered my husband. I know what you're looking for. What? Huh? That's impossible.
So, I guess I should get out of here. Oh. Kendo is mourning over a fallen Leon, and Marvin and Annette decided to take a swan dive into molten hot steel. Love will make you do crazy things. Alright, so tag that super liquor with another acid round. And checking around the corner. Alright, we can go back to the cold room and make the fuse proper so that we can power on the other areas. Trying to think about where I can go now. So I can open this shutter. Alright, so fingerprints are no-go. Alright, let's try the red hallway. So have push priority over the IVs. So me realizing here that now I have access to the lower laboratory, but I left the base vaccine in the item box, so I ended up going back to grab it, forgetting that there is actually indeed a item box along the way, but it escaped me at the moment, so I ended up going back to grab it here. Finally decided just to take out that guy. and took the weapons box locker key. Because why not? Picked it up, might as well use it. If you get nervous around the IVs, at this point if you have flame rounds, you can go ahead and use the flame rounds on the IVs. Alright, here are some super liquors, so being cautious. Alright, checking our corners. It's creeping up behind him. Trying to listen for more. Sounds like we got at least one more. That one used too. Not a big deal. We didn't get the critical, but that's okay. Me forgetting that there was a save box, or rather an item box in this room, so could have just grabbed the base vaccine here. And just making sure that that's still the key for that locker. Here we went ahead and just made another safety save, just in case. Checking our corners. See if we have access to the moth room. Check that in a moment. See what's in this weapons box. Some more grenade rounds? Why not? Alright, that one is situated. This guy was tanking bolts. Place the base vaccine in there and operate the machine and we get the vaccine. I'm going to check the moth room now. Locked from the inside, so seems we can't get in there.
But you should be safe inside here.
Freeze!
Ooh.
Who are you?
Hold on.
It all started 23 years ago on September 28th. It was a peaceful gun shop owner that one day met a rookie officer during a zombie outbreak. Leon. One thing led to another, and while he died, I became a time traveler, and I used my power to prevent the Raccoon City outbreak, and we destroyed Umbrella. Then, I decided to expand my professional career, so I learned everything I could about the Greeks, met some important people, and defeated a few gods. Then I became president of the USA and Russia. My unfortunate decisions led to a nuclear war, which altered space-time and created a damn multiverse. At first I thought that helping myself in other universes was wise, but it only made things worse. I decided to fix it all by killing my young self. But it was not that easy. All the Kendos I saved have gathered in this place, and I have to kill them all in the same night, or everything restarts. I turned some of my enemies into zombies, and sent them back in time to infect some Kendos, so that they were easier to kill. I've spent years trying to do it, and tonight it all ends. Thanks to your help with the special guns I left for you. Let's finish this. That explains the ponytail thing I did back there.
If we split up, we'll have a better chance of stopping it.
Don't you worry. I'm keeping a close eye on things.
So it turns out Thor's hammer. Turns out we've turned into some sort of Nick Fury Kendo, a picture of Ada. With Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, this Nick Fury-esque Kendo is ready to set things right. And this song, too. Just using the auto aim to help target off-camera enemies.
What are you doing here?
Sherry.
Minutes until detonation.
Super liquor type kendos. So you may end up getting bodied because they're just very, very fast, very, very aggressive. Get a little bit of space and try to go ahead and fire off a few rounds. Yeah, and I'm just checking my health because I'm taking quite a bit of damage, but we're tanking pretty well. We can hear that a few of them are still around. Still hear some. Using that auto aim. Alright, surprisingly, we're still in fine.
Now you wait here, okay? I'll go and get this thing moving.
Again, Sherry, you ain't looking too good.
What was that?
I don't have a clue.
Alright, can't interact with Kendo.
No!
Don't worry, Claire. Your knight in shining armor is Claire.
You wish.
Claire.
Steve, you maniac. Error 404. Enough of this. Steve seems to also be running Windows 11. Poor Kendo. He's holding a note. It says that Sherry will be okay, and that there is only one Kendo left. I should take care of him.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Don't shoot! I'm a human!
Ooh. Sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
He has a bowgun in this universe, so...
But don't you worry, girlie. You'll be safe in here. I'm keeping a close eye on things.
And with that, that has been Resident Evil 2, Kendo's Cut Uncut. I had an absolute blast playing this. Very, very fun. Extremely hilarious. Circumvents all expectations. And adds a little bit different spin on Resident Evil 2. If you're interested, I'll leave a link to the mod down in the description below. You can also find me streaming at twitch.tv/PrettyTony. And if I've earned it, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and to this video. I appreciate it. You can find more gaming content as well as other content. And I appreciate you coming along on this journey with me. Thank you so much, and I will catch you down the road.